this computer. So this is our second practice in August, where we're going to be focusing on building up actions towards Astavakrasana, the eight-point arm balance. And last week we talked about wrist warm-ups and the importance of Hasta Bandha. So we are going to, I want you to reconnect to that idea of Hasta Bandha today. So really focusing in on putting most of your weight into the base of the thumb, into the base of the forefinger, less weight on this outer portion of your hand, and then all super grippy gecko fingers here. So that if you think about kind of gripping the mat with your fingertips and putting the weight more into this section of the palm with a teeny little imaginary puff of air in the center of your palm, Hasta Bandha, okay? So we'll be reconnecting to that, getting into some twists and hip openers leading up to the arm balance today. But go ahead and get started in seated, please, in just a comfortable seated position. And I'd like you to come into Baddha Konasana, so bound angle pose. And it doesn't have to be the tightest Baddha Konasana with the heels as close in. If you wanted to be more relaxed as we get started, you can allow the heels to come slightly farther away from the groin. But find Baddha Konasana, either sitting on the ground or up on a block, your choice. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, head of the arm bones back and down, sitting up nice and tall. Feel the stack of the shoulders over the hips and just beginning to kind of gently opening up through our hips this morning as we settle into our breath. Allow the eyes to drop closed. With the eyes closed, draw your finger and thumb together in Gyan Mudra. Palms are placed down. Beginning that awareness of the fingertips and the hands just by taking that mudra with the fingertips. So you breathe in through the nose, feel the crown of the head lift up. Ribs expand, belly fully expands. And as you exhale, sigh the breath back out. Drawing the belly button in and up towards the back of the spine, hollowing out that low belly as the ribs draw together. Inhale, breathe in. Full expansion and lifting up through the crown. As you exhale, keep the height through the head. Sigh the breath back out. Inhale fully in. Exhale, sigh the breath back out. Keep that same constriction at the back of the throat. Couple of more full rounds on your own. Inhale fully and in. Exhale, mouth closed, sighing the breath out, singing with your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to think about your intention for your practice this morning. Maybe a wish for cultivating strength and noticing your own inner strength. Perhaps for something else. That intention set, slowly draw your hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. And if you'll invite you to, as you are, to start your practice with one Om. Inhale deeply for Om. And slowly bow your head towards your fingertips and softly open the eyes and lift the head. If you're sitting up on a block or anything, gently set it to the side. And I want you to come all the way down onto your back. But don't get too excited. Come all the way onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze in. And just for a brief moment at the beginning of class, happy baby pose. Bend the knees, grab onto the outer sides of the feet. Beginning to draw the knees down towards the armpits. So that Astavakrasana, 8-limb pose, is a hip opener, an arm balance, and a twist. So we're going to be incorporating all of those actions into our sequence today. So just a little bit of early awareness into the hips, and then release, hold at the feet, take both legs straight up towards the ceiling, take your arms either straight out to a T, or you can maybe take them into cactus arms with elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale, press through the base of your right big toe. As you exhale, draw the belly in and up towards the back of the spine. Begin to drop the legs over towards the right, but try to keep the shoulders pinned down on the mat, about 45 degrees. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, draw the belly in and up towards the spine. And then exhale, slowly drop the legs just about 45 degrees over to the left. Okay. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, keep the shoulders pinned down. Draw the belly in and up as the feet are glued together. Let the legs drop over to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, legs over to the left. Not going too far, okay? Just about 45 degrees. Keep the shoulders pinned down on the mat. Inhale. And last time each side. Exhale, legs over to the right. Keep the shoulders down. Belly draws in and up. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Inhale to center. And then exhale, cross the ankles. Hug the knees in. Begin to roll back and forward. Come all the way onto the feet. Come into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Crown of the head heavy. Soft bend in the knees. Grab elbow to elbow. Hang in ragdoll. And then release the elbows, slowly begin to roll up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, come to stand, please. Good. Standing tall in mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up, look at the fingers. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Gaze towards the navel. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders even with the hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squeeze the feet together, arms to the side, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze lifts. Exhale, thighs engaged, folding forward, hollow the belly. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Weight more in the base of the toes. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach the arms, lift the gaze, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Adding in some lunges. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fingertips down, take a large right step back. Drop the right knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms lift up, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, forward on the toes, drop knees, elbows lower down, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Exhale, sit back towards the heels, lift the hips up and back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Staying here for 3 breaths. Begin to find your Hasta Bandha in the hands. So more weight into the inner part of the palm, less weight on that outer edge, and really grippy fingertips. Okay? Relax the neck, soften the face. Inhale, take a large right step forward between the hands, drop the back knee down. Inhale, lift the palms up, gazes at the thumbs. Exhale, fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders even with hips. Exhale, fold forward, hollow the belly. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back and reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down, take a large left step back, left knee down to the mat. Inhale, circle the arms up, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, forward on the toes, drop the knees. Elbows hug the side ribs as you lower down, low plank. Bhujangasana on the inhale. Lift the arms up, elbows stay in. Exhale, sit back towards the heels. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog.
Feet are hip width apart in your down dog. Upper biceps are rounding outwards, so you're broadening through the upper back. Reconnect to the palms. Find the bandha in your hands. Grippy fingertips press the floor away. On your next inhale, look forward between the hands. Take a large left step forward, drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down, take a large right step back, drop the right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms, palms are turned in towards one another, maybe touch. Exhale, release the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, step to plank, and either straight leg or knees down. Lower down, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, press through Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, soften the face. Feel the pull of the heels down towards the floor. Lift the inner groins up and back. Hollow the belly. Feel that little puff of air in the center of your hands. On an inhale, take a large right step forward between the hand. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the arms, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, strong thighs as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, heart forward, spine long. Exhale, fingertips down, take a large left step back, drop the left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, release the palms to the mat. Inhale, tuck the back toes, step to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, forward on the toes, either straight leg or knees down. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Reconnect to your Ujjayi breath, taking your inhales and exhales in and out through the nose. Feel the grip of the fingertips. Hips continue to lift up, and arms continue to get long. Okay. Relax your gaze. Your next inhale, take a large left step and right step forward between your, drop the right knee down. I almost forgot that side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, release the palms. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, forward and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Moving on to some Surya Namaskar A's with Navasana added in. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down, step the right foot and left foot to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. While preparing to jump forward to come to Navasana, look between your hands, get that strong connection through the base of the index finger, gripping as the fingers, and gaze forward, bend the knees, lightly hop forward, either crossing the ankles, landing here, and then coming through, or jumping straight through Navasana. Just keep bent knees. Inhale, Navasana, lift the chest. Palms are facing your body or your shins, gazes towards the big toes. Inhale here. Exhale, cross the right ankle on top of the left. Shift the weight forward, plant the palms. With your palms fully flat, lean the weight a little bit forward, maybe lift up, and either step or hop back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. downward facing dog. And this time jumping to standing, stepper to jumping to standing. Inhale, exhale, stepper, hop forward to the hands and fold. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, palms down. Step left foot and right foot to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, forward, either straight leg or bent knees. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, find your bandhas find your Mula Bandha, Kegel for women, contraction of the anus for men. Uddiyana Bandha, as the belly button draws in and up towards the back of the spine. Hasta Bandha in your hands. Prepare to jump through to Navasana. On an inhale, engage all the bandhas. Exhale, look forward, cross the ankles, legs through, or shoot the legs all the way through. Inhale, Navasana. You may straighten the legs here if you can keep the chest lifted. And then exhale, cross the left ankle over the right. Plant the palms. Step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in down dog here. Our next jump will be to the top of the mat. So bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, and fold. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, crown of the head heavy. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more, inhale, reach the arms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down, step to plank and lower. Jump back to Chaturanga and hold. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, mentally preparing yourself to come through to Navasana. Engage Mula Bandha in the pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha in the belly. Full connection of the palms and Hasta Bandha. Your hands cannot lift up when you jump forward. And then bend the knees. Come through, swing the legs, Navasana. Chest lifted, belly in. Work the legs straight. Smiling always helps. And then cross the ankles. Press through to lift. Plant the palms, Hasta Bandha. Maybe find a little bit of hover and either step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So all of those, that press up and lift up that you do just then to come back with that connection in the palms and the jumping forward is really foundational for the beginning part of Astavakrasana. It's that pick up and lift up action that is the first step into the arm balance. Your next gaze forward, palms are glued down, that firm connection of the palms, bend the knees, step or hop forward, don't let the hands lift up. Here, inhale, halfway up, exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms to the side, flat back, reach up, exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Some more standing postures. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, spine long. Exhale, palms down, take a large left step back, and then turn and ground the back heel. Coming to warrior one. Inhale, reach the arms up. Our hip points, our hips are squaring forward. You can take I prefer to take the feet more in a railroad track alignment. So my right heel is tracking slightly to the right of my left heel. It gives me space to turn the hips a little bit more forward. Shoulder tips are pointing down towards the hips.
Fingertips reaching and extending, palms turned in. Bend a little bit deeper into the right knee. Keep that deeper bend. Exhale, release the fingertips behind you. Interlace, draw the heel of the palms together. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, dropping the crown of the head towards the inside of the right knee. Keep the right knee hugging in towards the midline of the body. Viparita, Virabhadrasana, or Humble Warrior. And then from here, inhale, slowly coming back up. Keep the interlace of the hands, but straighten the front leg. Coming into a modified pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, lift the gaze, and then exhale, fold forward. Keep the interlace of the palms. And as you begin to fold forward, keep pressing through the base of the right big toe. As you turn the left hip forward, drag the right heel back. Getting more into outer hip, as well as hamstrings and shoulders. Lots of good things going on in this variation. Good. Inhale, slowly come back up. Shorten the stride here. And we're going to come into revolved pyramid. And you may want to have a block nearby to bring the floor a little bit higher up to your hands. So with the front leg straight, shorten the stride just a little bit here. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Right hand can come to the right hip. With your right hand, drag that right hip more forward, keeping yourself more square. As you exhale, begin to reach forward with the left palm. Keep wrapping that right hip back. Let the left hand come down to the outside of the right foot or to a block, okay? So you want to keep the pelvis as square as possible. You will probably feel this a lot in that outer IT band. You can keep the right hand here if it's helpful for you to get that physical feedback, or lift the right palm up, maybe lift the gaze towards the right fingertips. Keep pressing down through the base of the left or the right big toe. Inhale, and then exhale, release the right hand down. And then you're going to keep your right foot where it is, but step the left knee to the outside of the right foot and sit down for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So right foot is to the outside of the left knee, okay? Take your right hand and place it towards the base of the sacrum. Help you go long through the spine. Inhale, left arm rises up. Exhale, hug the right knee in towards the chest. Keep the neck in line with the spine. Or if it's comfortable, shift the gaze over the right shoulder. Keep pressing through the base of the right big toe. And stay here, or take the elbow to the outside of the knee, turning a little bit deeper. With every exhale, pull the belly in deeper towards the back of the spine. Good. And then inhale, release. Take the hands over to the left for a brief counter twist. And then inhale. You can keep the legs stacked, maybe rock forward, and just step left foot and right foot back to plank. Take the vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. From down dog, take a large left step forward between your hands, turn and ground the back heel. Starting off in Virabhadrasana 1, inhale, palms reach up. Again, you can explore maybe taking that slight railroad track alignment of heels parallel with each other. So left heel slightly to the left line of that right back heel. Wrap that right hip point forward, bend a little bit deeper into the left knee. So you're working your thigh towards parallel here, chest is squaring forward. Exhale, release the fingertips behind you. Interlace the palms, take the palms of the hands together. Inhale, lift the gaze, bend a little deeper into the left knee. And then exhale, fold forward, crown of the head towards the floor, fingertips and knuckles reaching up towards the sky. Humble warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, keep the interlace of the hands. As you rise back up, straighten the left leg. And then coming into Parsvottanasana pyramid pose, wrap that right hip forward, press through the base of the left big toe. Inhale, lift the chest, turn the chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward over the left leg. Good. Knuckles can reach up towards the ceiling here, continuing to open up through the shoulders. And then inhale, come back up. If you would like to take a block to the outside of the left foot for revolved pyramid, place your block, shorten the stride a little bit, and take the left hand to the left hip and square the hips more forward. It's gonna wanna keep popping out to the right because that's where it's usually easiest for most people. Don't let that happen, okay? With your left hand, draw back on the left hip, inhale, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, keep reaching forward, keep drawing that left hip back. Let the right hand come down to the floor or to the block. Trying to square out through the pelvis, keep pushing back and press through the base of the left big toe. Stay here. Release the left arm up towards the ceiling. Chest is turning. Big toe is pressing down through the front leg. Big twist. IT band opener. Revolved pyramid pose, Parvrita Parshvottanasana. Exhale, release the top hand down. And then draw the right knee to the outside of the left foot, sitting down for Ardha Matsyendrasana. You can always sit up on a block here if you like. Left hand will come around you, placing the base of the hand close to the sacrum here. Use that to make sure that you're not collapsing and rounding down, but continue to lift up and grow tall through the spine. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hug the left knee into the chest. Gaze convey just to the side, keeping the neck in line with the spine. Or as long as it's comfortable in the neck, begin to turn your gaze over the back shoulder. Continue to lift up. With every exhale, see if you can take your twist a little bit deeper. I catch my breath a little bit too. Doing too much talking and not enough breathing. Inhale, come back to center, take a little bit of a counter twist, take both palms to the opposite side, twisting the opposite way. Good. And then plant the palms in front of you, Hasta Bandha, and then step back, jump back, take your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, bend the knees, take the knees wide to the outside edges of the mat, sit back towards the heels, wide-legged child's pose. And as you come back into the child's pose, just allow the whole upper body to soften for a moment. So big toes touching, knees to the outside edges of your mat, upper body and arms relaxed, okay? From that moment of pause, I want you to come up into your fingertips from here. So those same little gecko pads from your hands, Hasta Bandha. Press the tips of the fingers down into the mat and press them away from you. Make it more active in the upper arms. Try to take the hips a little bit deeper towards the heels, but also feel the stretch through the shoulders and the upper back. One more inhalation. And then plant the palms down, tuck the toes, lift up and back into downward facing dog, please. From downward facing dog, preparing to jump forward to Navasana. Find the connection in the palms, Hasta Bandha, pelvic floor lock, Mula Bandha. Belly button draws in and up towards the back of the spine, and an exhale, bend the knees. Jump forward, swing the feet through, Navasana. The bent knee or straight legged. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the thighs a little bit closer towards the chest. From here, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, straighten the legs, keep the feet lifted, upper body lifted. Exhale, Navasana, maybe tap the ankles. Inhale, Ardha Navasana, shoulders and legs stay lifted. Exhale, Navasana, say hello to your ankles. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, Ardha Navasana. Maybe do a little shimmy here. Feel the engagement of the belly button. And then exhale, relax. Little core activation. Take the knees in towards the chest. Open the knees out to the side, big toes touching. So give the knees a tight squeeze in, and then keeping the knees as close towards the armpits as possible. Lift the arms up, and then lift the upper back and shoulders so that the knees are squeezing the upper arms, big toes touching. Flex the palms so that your palms are facing up towards the ceiling, and say, ah, I am now doing a reclined arm balance, Supta Bakasana. Feel the activation through the core, knees squeezing into the upper arms. Exhale, relax. Hug the knees in. Take a little bit of rocking side to side. Okay. From here, we are either going to roll up, come into Bakasana on our palms, or you may repeat the reclined version of the arm balance. So your choice. Those of you rocking up, get a little bit of momentum, come into Malasana, plant the palms. Hasta Bandha, connection in the palms, especially the base of the index finger. Knees close to the upper armpits. Maybe lift up one foot, maybe lift up two. Knees are squeezing the upper arms the whole time. Full engagement, belly button draws in and up, round through the upper back. Those of you on your back, stick with this here. Maybe lift the shoulders a little bit higher. Those of you in Bakasana, either lower down, jump back chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Those of you on your back, roll forward, make your way into downward facing dog. You can use the method that we were practicing earlier from Navasana. If you like, find that momentum, roll up. Good. And then from there, all from downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hip. On an exhale, take a large right step forward between the hands. Turn and ground the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Right knee is stacked over the right ankle. And for a moment, I want you to shift your gaze towards the right hand. So shift your attention back towards your back palm. Get a lot of weight through that back left leg. Get equal reach through the left fingertips. Keep all of that, and then turn your gaze back forward over the right fingertip. Good. From here, inhale. Back arm drops down to the leg, bend deeper into the right knee, reverse your warrior, gaze lifts up. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, right forearm, right thigh, top arm reaches up and overhead. Parshvakonasana, side angle pose. You can stay here in side angle, or maybe release right fingertips to the inside of the right knee. Keep drawing the head of the left shoulder back. One more inhalation here. Exhale, release the left arm down to the inside of the left foot, and then turn so you're on the ball of your back toes. Walk the right foot more out to the right, working your way into a lizard lunge. Okay, you can stay here on your palms. You may stay on blocks. If you have more space available, maybe drop down to forearms. Okay. As you come into your dolphin pose, I want you to keep the toes pointed forward. Keep squeezing the right knee in towards the midline of the body. Good. From your lizard lunge, stay here. If you're not on your forearms, try to make your way to your forearms. It might sacrifice the lizard lunge, but you're going to be stepping the right foot back, forearm plank. From your forearm plank, do you remember June? Walk your feet forward, make your way into dolphin pose. Breathe here, you round down through the base of the thumb, get broad through the shoulders, and then straighten the arms, downward facing dog. Look at that, good job you guys. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Bend the left knee, open it up, come to a twist. Square the hips off, and exhale, take a large left step forward between the hands, turn and ground the back heel. Inhale, right arm reaches up and back, coming to warrior 2. Heels in line with each other, left knee stacked on top of the ankle.
Now turn your gaze to the back hand. Pull all your attention through gazing through that right finger, middle of your palm. Get heavy through the outside of the right foot. Reach through the right fingertips and arm. Keep all that work and engagement on the back side of your body and shift the gaze forward. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Inhale, flip the left palm. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Right hand comes back down to the calf, reverse warrior. Bend a little deeper into the left knee. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, forearm down to the thigh. Top arm reaches up and over. Parshvakonasana, side angle pose. Keep the forearm resting on the thigh, or release the fingertips to the inside of the left knee. Spiral the chest open, and you can feel the connection of the arm against that inner thigh, helping you to open up. One more inhalation here. Exhale, top arm drops down to the inside of the left leg. Left foot walks to the outside edge of the mat. And begin to either stay here on fingertips if this is enough. You can come to blocks, or begin to drop the forearms down, making your way into lizard lunge. Keep the left toes pointing forward, left knee hugging in. You may always drop that right knee down, but if it's available, keep it lifting up. Okay? Stretching in through the hip flexors. Again, a lot of hip opening and twisting for our Astavakrasana. Okay, one more inhalation here. If you're not on your forearms, see if you can begin to make both forearms down. And then sneaky, sneaky, step the left foot back, forearm plank. Low belly draws in, forearms press down, especially the base of the thumbs. And then from here, press to the forearms, begin to walk the feet in, come to your dolphin plank. Couple of deep breaths here. Walk the feet a little bit closer. And then maybe lifting both arms at the same time, come to downward facing dog. Good. Oh, so nice. You'll begin to believe me when I tell you that down dog is your resting position if you don't feel that already. And from here, look forward between your hands and please jump forward into a seat, please. Cross the ankles, Sukhasana. So from just a quick little wrist release before we come into our first round of arm balancing. Extend your right hand out, fingertips pointing towards the floor. Take the hand, press the back of the hand down. Good. Change the cross of your legs. Extend the left arm out. Press the top of the hand down. Quick release of the hands. Okay. So Astavakrasana is an arm balance where it changes from a arm balance where you're pressing down and lifting the hips up to one where you are shifting the weight more towards the chaturanga crow family, where you're in chaturanga arms and the shoulders are forward. Okay, so we are beginning by practicing the lift up in Bhuja Pidasana. So extend your left leg out, flex the foot, hug the right knee into the chest, and Alexa's talking to me. Take hold of the right foot. Take the outer edge of the right foot as close to the crook of your elbow as you can, and just a little bit of baby cradle of that right leg for a moment. Because you're working that outer hip a great deal as much as you're working into the core strength of the arm balance, okay? So from here, you can stay with this, or begin to grab hold of the foot, and it's like you're putting your arm as close up to that right shoulder as you can, okay? And after it's there, remember, you can't let the arm or the leg not do any work to stay there. Once you place the leg up on the upper arm, that leg has to squeeze and hold on to that upper arm, okay? Now from there, hands are going to be placed just behind the knee. If they're too close to the hips, you have no space to lift up. Okay, from there, Hands are in line with each other. Hasta Bandha, lift up, flex the foot, draw the low belly in. Okay. Then set it back down. That's the lift up, pick up portion of the pose. If you have blocks, we're going to do that one more time. This is elephant trunk pose. It's the lift up portion of Astavakrasana. And arm balance, to get into an arm balance is so much fun. If you have blocks, place your blocks just behind the knee, but wide enough that you can place the palms there. So just as we did before, either with blocks or without, hug that right shin tightly in. Left leg is extended straight out, foot flexed. Backpack, shoulder, and hoist the right leg up. Okay, squeeze onto the upper arm tightly. Fingertips point forward, lift up, and squeeze. Okay, you feel like a rock star when you can get into the blocks because they give you so much extra height. You can lower back down. Okay, set it back down, both legs extended. Pause for a moment in Dandasana, and then hug the left knee into the chest. Grab hold of the foot and come into that version of baby cradling the leg. So take the foot all the way into the crook of the elbow. Hug the left shin tight in towards your body. Little rocking side to side. Good. And as you're hugging the foot in, you can press the blade of the foot more into that crook. So again, it's that co-activation, that co-stretching of working the foot away from you and the shin away from you as you're still hugging it tight in. Okay. Stay here or begin to drop the left arm inside, planting the left hand just behind the line of the right knee. The left leg is going to grab on and squeeze the upper arm. Right foot is extended and engaged, hands in line with one another. Press in, lift the hips, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, lift the right leg, and set it down. Okay. I'll try that one other time. You can either take second round with blocks if you want to practice it with blocks, or just practice planting the hands down and just trying to lift the hips. Lifting that extended leg straight is a lot of low abs. It's a lot of bandha work as well, okay? For me, that's the hardest part of this particular posture of the pick up and lift up. So keep the elbows in, Hasta Bandha in the hands, legs squeezing, inhale, lift up. Try not to hold your breath as you lift up, and then exhale, set it down. Good. Extend both legs out. Maybe shake them out a little bit. You need to take a little counter pose with the wrists. And then from here, Astavakrasana, seated first, okay? So from your seated position, I want you to hug both knees in towards the chest and almost like you're gonna come into Navasana from here, okay? So extend the legs straight. And from there, I want you to take your right arm, thread it through, and then squeeze across the left ankle over the right, squeeze the legs together, and turn your chest to the left, okay? Inhale here, squeeze the legs against the arms, and then relax. Sit in Sukhasana and breathe deep. Plant the hands behind you, lift the knees up. This time, left arm is going to go through the legs, cross the right ankle on top of the left, and begin to turn your chest towards the right. So it's kind of a twist. Keep squeezing the legs together, squeeze the arm with the legs, chest is turning towards the right, and then exhale, relax and set it down. So you can feel, I think, through the seated versions, the work, the twisting work of the core that you need for the arm balance. And you can either repeat the seated version that we just did. You can do that same thing laying on your back
like we did last week, or we're going to explore getting into full Astavakrasana. But does anybody have any questions before we get into that? You can unmute yourselves if you like, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Whole bunch of nothing. Nothing. Okay. All right then. Then straight into it. So we will be entering this pose from Bhuja from the arm pressure pose from elephant trunk. So starting with the right leg, you can hug it in and then hoist that foot up onto your shoulder. Okay. So firm connection of that right leg on the right upper arm. Right hand's placed down, fingertips in line with each other, lean forward, press down, and now this is where we're going to shift, cross the left ankle on top of the right, and now you've got to think chaturanga arms, extend the legs out, Hasta Bandha in the hands, maybe look forward and smile. Good. And then coming back down, right? Shake out the wrists if you need a little break. So for the move from Bhuja to Astavakrasana is that shift of the weight forward, where your arms are going from straight down to bent. Sometimes it can be comforting to have a pillow or a blanket if you're worried about falling flat onto your face, which can happen, okay? And I have landed on my face many times. It's just part of the learning process. Learn to protect it a little bit. From here, left side, right leg extended out. Hug the left knee in, rotate out, brief baby cradle. Say hello to the hips. Good. And now, leg comes to the upper arm. Make the connection. Left palm is sealed down. You've got that bandha on the hands. Leg is squeezing upper arm. Plant the right hand down. Lift up the hips. Cross the right ankle on top of the left. From here, keep the elbows hugging in. Begin to shift the weight forward. Extend the legs out. Squeeze the upper arm with the legs. Your gaze can be forward. Good. And you can make your way, maybe in my next lifetime, to Ekapada Kundanyasana from here. There are beautiful videos, but set yourself down, come down to sit any way you like, please. Legs out in front of you. Paschimottanasana. So leg extended straight out, moving any fleshy bits of the backside that you need to. Inhale, reach the arms up, get long through the spine. Exhale, hollow the belly, chest towards the thighs. You can keep the hands next to the calves, on the mat next to your legs. But keep thinking about the toes pointing up towards the ceiling, especially the base of your right big toe. Imagine that it's grounded on the floor. If you have more space, you can hold on to the outsides of the feet. You may take your peace fingers, grab onto the toes, and open the elbows out to the side. If you have a lot of openness in the hamstrings, take a bind. Take the right hand in front, let the left hand reach hold, and grab hold of the wrist. Ruthie, you know I'm talking to you. I can actually mostly just see people's backgrounds right now. But I can picture a few people's forward folds right now. Take one more inhalation here. Good. And then slowly roll back up. Take the legs wide. Upavishta Konasana. You can take hold of make a manual adjustment, grabbing hold of both sides of the legs, pick it up, rotate the thighs slightly inward here. Okay. You can stay right here, keeping the toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Take the hands behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, hollow the belly, any amount, chest towards the floor. Keep pressing down through the heels. Keep engaging through the quadriceps. Keep the neck in line with the spine. So your gaze will be down towards the tip of your nose. Try not to let the head all the way drop, but just keep extending through the neck, through the spine. Keep the belly drawing in. With every exhale, see if you can take the chest a little bit closer towards the floor. And as you're here in the forward fold, just allow yourself to feel a little bit of release and more evenness through the body. No twists, no deep extortion, really, not really. I don't really want you to think about contorting, but just try to soften and lengthen. Can you find steadiness and ease as your pelvis feels heavy, opening up through the whole backside of the legs and the backside of the body? Slowly walk the hands back up. Take both legs together, come to lie on your back. As you come to lie on your back, take both legs straight up towards the ceiling, arms out to a T. And shift your hips over to the right. Now allow the legs to drop all the way over to the left. But instead of being overly concerned about, you want to keep the right shoulder as grounded as you can. But it's okay if it comes down into the twist as the legs drop all the way over to the side. Shift your gaze over to the right. You can keep the legs straight, or you can allow the knees to bend. Inhale. Exhale, release through all the way through the spine. Inhale, come through center. Shift your hips over to the left side of your mat. And as you exhale, allow the legs to drop all the way over to the right. Gaze towards the left. You can keep the legs straight. Maybe catch hold of the foot. Left foot with the right hand. Or take the knees to bend if that's more comfortable for you to close your practice today. One more inhale here. Exhale, legs all the way up. One last hug in towards the chest. Taking any final movements that you would like. And then allow yourself either to come lay down for Shavasana. If you prefer to close your class in seated meditation, you may come up to a seat. Whichever option you choose, make yourself as comfortable as possible. Those of you coming into Shavasana, allow the feet to be as wide as the mat. Allow the arms to rest away from the body, palm face up. Back of the skull presses down into the mat to tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Those of you coming into seated meditation, feel your whole pelvis heavy and grounded. Take a full breath in wherever you are. And as you exhale, sigh all the breath out. And as your breath goes quiet, allow your mind to drop down and in. Slowly allow your mind to begin to reawaken. And let your breath follow. And let movement follow breath. Stretch through all 10 fingers and all 10 toes. Take the ankles and the wrists in small circles. On your next inhale, reach the arms overhead. And as you exhale, roll onto your side. Let your head be cradled on your arm. And then keeping the eyes closed, allow yourself to come to a comfortable seated position. Let your movement stay soft. Let your energy stay soft. You draw your hands together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, maybe a softer version of your Hasta Bandha, of the hands connecting to each other, fingertip to fingertip, base of the palms, small puff of air in the center of the palms. I'll invite you, if you'd like, to close your practice with one Om. Inhale for Om. And softly bow your head towards your fingertips. Pause for a smile. Take gratitude for yourself and for your yoga practice and for those you practiced with this morning. Namaste. Thank you to everyone for being here. Again, remember, possibly no class next Thursday, but resuming, coming back the last week of August. If you've got questions about anything, feel free to hang out and chat for a little bit. It's always great to see you guys here. I appreciate you coming. Bye.